Hello everyone, I'm the Japan expert Hideki. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to review a die-cast model. It is 172 Mitsubishi T-2 Red 27, the JASDF Aggressor Squadron from Hobby Master. The Mitsubishi T-2 was a supersonic jet trainer aircraft used by the Japan Air Self-Defense Force (JASDF). Introduced in 1975, it was the first Japanese-designed aircraft to break the sound barrier. It was the basis of the Mitsubishi F-1 attack aircraft. The JASDF had begun deploying in 1962. Since the aircraft had a performance that was isolated from the previous mainstay F-86F and F-86D, a double-seat F-104DJ was also introduced for conversion education. However, the F-104DJ was too advanced for rookie pilots, who had just completed their course on the older subsonic T-33A trainer. Therefore, the introduction of the supersonic trainer that bridges the T-33A to the F-104DJ double-seat fighter will be considered. As a training aircraft, the introduction of the US Air Force supersonic trainer aircraft T-38 Talon was also considered. However, at the time, Tomijiro Miyata, general manager of the Technical Research and Development Institute, insisted that Japan will not be able to develop supersonic aircraft forever unless it develops as this opportunity. In addition, the Secretary of Defense, Matsuno, at that time was aiming for domestic production of equipment, and at the end of 1965, he was instructed to consider adopting domestic aircraft. In July 1967, the Chief Staff of JASDF submitted a request for performance to the Commissioner of the Defense Agency, and in February 1968, a basic design order was issued to the Director of the Technical Research Division. The aircraft to be developed is said to be a supersonic advanced training aircraft and was given an identification code as the second domestically produced training aircraft, T-2. As a result of evaluation and examination of proposals of each aircraft manufacturer, the proposal of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries was adopted on September 5, 1967. In consideration of the national significance of this project, other aircraft manufacturers were also designated as collaborators. The first prototype rolled out on April 28, 1971, and made its maiden flight on July 20th. It exceeds the speed of sound on the 30th flight on November 19th. After that, 3 more prototypes were produced. Technical tests and practical tests were conducted, and on July 29, 1974, the unit use approval was obtained. From August 1974, preparations for the T-2 Squadron began within the 4th Air Wing at the Matsushima Air Base. The T-2 education itself began in April 1976, and on October 1, 1976, 25 aircrafts were officially made into the 21st Squadron, and the 22nd Squadron was also newly formed in April 1978. There were 2 types of T-2. Was early type consisted of 28 aircrafts for the basic course, first half course, and the latter type for the combat training course, second half course. The latter type were equipped with J/AWG-11 fire control radar, optical sights, and JM61 20mm cannon for combat training. Since the earlier type was not equipped with these equipments for the combat training course, there was no opening of the muzzle of the cannon, and the surroundings were just bulge, which was a feature of its appearance. In addition, the earlier model was equipped with a weight instead of various devices, in order to match the weight and center of gravity with the latter type. This model was used in the Tactical Fighter Training Squadron. The Tactical Fighter Training Squadron is a virtual enemy aircraft unit, so-called Aggressor Squadron, in the JASDF. This unit aims to improve the skills of JASDF fighter pilots. It was organized at Twiki Air Base on December 17, 1981. They use a T-2, which has relatively similar flight characteristics to the MiG-21. After that, it will move to Neutral Air Base on March 16, 1983, because it was close to the training area and the weather stable. In the latter half of 1980s, serious accidents such as the T-2 belonged to the Tactical Fighter Training Squadron, was disassembled during air combat training. Training for the F-15J Eagle, which had an overwhelmingly excellent flight performance, was originally an unexpected operation of the T-2, so it was impossible to conduct safety measures. Therefore, from December 17, 1990. The aircraft were updated to F-15 DJs instead of T-2s. The T-2 used by an Aggressor Squadron was initially painted in the same way as other training models. After that, the fuselage, main wings, horizontal stabilizer, and vertical stabilizer were partly designed to have an MiG-21-like silhouette. It was painted black or yellow, and the numbers were written in the style of Russian fighter, with red and yellow borders. Finally, a two-tone camouflage of dark blue and gray were adopted. Eventually, some T-2s were used as aggressors and were given a special paint scheme which consisted of a false canopy being painted on the underside of the fuselage. The national insignia, Hinomaru, themselves were oversprayed a bit to make them less visible. The two-digit nose numbers were painted in red to simulate those on the Soviet Union aircraft during the Cold War. Aircraft 69-5127, Red 27, has been preserved with its Aggressor paint scheme at the New Double Air Base. However, this aircraft is actually 89-5196, which has been repainted. Today, we looked at the 172 Mitsubishi T-2 Red 27 JASDF Aggressor Squadron from Hobby Master. My airplane videos are available every Thursday. Hope to see you again soon. Subscribe. Break ready now.